Good morning. It is April 23rd, 2014. It is a Wednesday, and the market closed yesterday higher, almost a 0.5% higher, was higher until late in the session when stocks kind of sold off a little bit from their highs there, but still really nice run the last couple days. The market has just been making a tremendous move off the lows. This is when everybody was so scared. Oh, and now everybody's just so happy and bullish. And you can see we're only a stone's throw away from new all-time highs on the market. And we're contained now back into this channel after we briefly dipped below it. Just a really beautiful move off the lows here. And to me, this move is reminiscent of this move here back in February. And if you want to take this move and compare it to this move, we are here. This is where we are. So just picture another, I don't know, $9 or $10 to the upside on the SPY, which would get us to about 197. If we aren't here and we're looking at that left shoulder head, right shoulder topping formation, then we're going to pull back right away, starting probably tomorrow or Friday. And then that would get us down to the 172.50 level. Anyway, we have earnings reports coming out. It's a really busy week so far. We've had Netflix was up over 7% early on yesterday. We have this morning we have Boeing, we have Dow, General Dynamics, Six Flags, Tupperware, Procter & Gamble. I really want to talk about some of the stocks that are reporting earnings after the bell today. We have Apple, which is in this beautiful wedge, and it's going to break pretty big in either direction here. I'd be leaning towards upside because I think that's where the stock is headed. I think it's heading over $600 into the summer, but of course, nothing is ever 100% certain. We have Angie's List, which has really been beaten down, just bounced up almost 5% today, off support this line here at about $12. So look for it to possibly move up. The last earnings report saw a nice run up into the earnings report, and that's when it started its decline, hit almost $20. So we'll see if we can get a big bounce there on Angie's List. We have Cheesecake Factory is reporting earnings as well, and it's been consolidating nicely over the last 2.5 months after hitting low of $43. So let's see, this has been a tough nut to crack here at about the $49 level. And if you look back from a longer term perspective, the stock is clearly in an uptrend, so you would expect a continuation here to the upside, which possibly the $50 calls could work if we get a nice 5-7% move to the upside for cake. One I really like, I'm probably going to get the calls in the morning. I like FFIV. I think it's going to move up to this 130 level. It's a nice flag here we've got going on. And I like FFIV for upside. I'll be buying calls. We also had after the bell today, we have Facebook, which has bounced beautifully. I called the top here. I also called the bottom. You can look it up at Stock Twitch, the blog at optionmillionaires.com. Talked about it when it dipped under $56. A great buy. So we'll see if we can get up to this line here at about 66, 67, and then I think we're going to pull back. But I'll let you know when. I've been pretty spot on with that. One I really liked, and I was trying to chase the calls this morning, FIO, which I liked. The last earnings report moved really nicely into earnings. Looking for a similar type move today after the bell. Looking for a move to about $12.50 over the short term, which would be a very profitable move if you get into the options. So that's after the bell today. And then before the bell tomorrow, we have Caterpillar. Caterpillar's been on a tear. After breaking out to the upside, you can see it's just really looking towards new all-time highs. Whether it's going to come over the next couple weeks or come tomorrow when it reports before the bell. We have the three mms. We have this. Just look at this chart. It's good. This is 3M. And you can see I got a long-term trend, 5-year weekly chart. Trend remains to the upside if you look from a short-term perspective. The stock has been pulling back a little bit after hitting recent highs here, and you look for a move back over the 140 level. The options are pretty cheap here. So that's just possibly a stock that I would trade for earnings. Before the bell on Thursday, we have Dunkin' Donuts. Dunkin' Donuts chart looks bullish to me as well. Look to get back into the 50s. We have FCX. This is a stock I'm not too fond of. I like trading it when it looks overbought, and to me it looks like we could be pulling back. But of course, the earnings report is coming up before the bell on Thursday, so the options aren't really going to be favorably priced. And we have Pot reporting earnings before the bell on Thursday. Now, after the bell on Thursday, and I'll cover these again tomorrow, we have Amazon. Amazon, I love it at support here. We also have Deck. I love Deck. I believe it was Skechers reported earnings up 11% yesterday. Las Vegas Sands, the casinos rocketing higher today. Las Vegas Sands, Wynn Resorts, both up close to 6%. Beautiful run up for them. We have Mellanox. This is something I might look into getting some calls. Stock was up 4.3%. I mean, it's tough here in this market if you're not getting into the calls. Some of these names that have been heavily shorted. So a big squeeze today. We have Microsoft after the bell on Thursday, which is still struggling at this $40 level. I think this is going to be a key breakout for earnings report. I think a 5% move to the upside. Pretty wild. I know it's a big, heavy kind of 10-ton stock that is tough to move, but this earnings report can move it. We have Starbucks reporting. The stock is well off its highs that it saw recently. You can see pulling back below this trend line of its former resistance, acted as support briefly, and now looks like it's breaking down. We'll see if that follows through for earnings. We have Pandora. Pandora reports earnings. And you can see kind of, I drew this a while ago, it's not very tidy, but nonetheless, if you just took this trend line, and let me see if I can move it here. There we go. That looks a little better. And you can see how it's kind of maintaining, respecting this trend line, as well as when it moved up to the all-time high level, just over $40 a share. So yeah, we could see a continuation to the upside. That is Pandora. And then before the bell on Friday, we have Whirlpool, which has been in a really boring uptrend and possibly getting up over the 160 level post-earnings. And we have Ford. So some of the names that we have for earnings. I was talking about Triple D, which would be one of the 3D printing stocks. It's called 3D Systems. I talked about that last week. Stock was going to move up, and here we go. I mean, what a move off support. So there's a great call there. Also, Baidu, the stock looks poised for a continuation of the breakout. Again, last week I called it. It had dipped below the 140 level and just a really nice move to the upside for Baidu. And finally, Tesla was up big yesterday, and looks poised to continue the break to the upside. Loved the fact that it broke over the $200 level and found support, and looks poised to come up back to the 250 level. All right, UPB here, optionmillionaires.com. So it's a great earnings trading week we have. Even still, we only got 3 trading sessions left, but we have Apple, Angie's List, a lot of, we have Facebook, FIO, Triple M, which should be 3M at Caterpillar. All coming up. It's going to be a continuation of just a wonderfully interesting week. UPB, optionmillionaires.com. See you in the chat room. If I enter any trades, which I'm looking to do for some earnings reports after the bell today, I'll let you know in the chat room and in private Twitter. Goodbye.